Thank you for joining us. I'm Mary Yanez, Director of the Senior Adult Program, and this is Mature Living. As you know, we have great programs for you. We have great events to invite you to. And this is a very special one. We're celebrating, the college is celebrating 50 years in this community. And so we're having a big gala, the 50th anniversary celebration gala. And we're here to talk about it, and we're going to invite you all. And if you have entered through our doors any time in the 50 years, or if you have walked our hallways, you're invited to the celebration. So we're going to talk to Dolores Gross, Dr. Gross. She is the Executive Director of the Foundation and other titles. And then you've brought with you the chefs that have been helping you in your committee on this, planning the gala. Thank you for being with us.
Thanks, Mary. Absolutely. So we have Chef Jonathan Nickerson and Chef Daniel Guerra. And we are a part of a committee here at the college that's been working about the last year and a half to prepare. And we are here to invite the community to come to celebrate the college's history and the impact that EPCC has had on El Paso. It is pretty profound when you think about the number of graduates that have completed here at El Paso Community College. We've had about 80,000 graduates in the college history, but many, many more students that got their start here and moved on to good jobs or transferred to universities. And the impact of the college can really be felt at so many levels, and there's so much to celebrate. And we're just excited because we have the opportunity to bring everyone together this month on June 28th to cap off what has been a number of months of celebrations, but this is the gala, and we want to invite everyone to come and celebrate with us.
And it's amazing, actually the college opened in 1969, and I believe the first graduating class was in 71, and they enrolled when they first opened 901 students, I understand.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, absolutely.
And now it's thousands. It's like,
so it was initially anticipated that there would be about 500 students enrolling, and that's what was projected. And when the college opened its doors in 1971, so the legislation to found and have a community college actually passed in 1969. But when the doors opened in 1971, 900 students enrolled. So immediately additional faculty had to be hired and additional facilities. So yeah, it's
and you know,
just
Dolores,
grown since
I've been
then.
with the college 46 years. I started in 1973, early in the years of the college, and I'm so proud to still be here active and doing this kind of work. The committees have been working for how long now? Chef Guerra.
About a year and a half. We've been coming together and working with different sponsors and partners in the community and bringing everything together. We've tried to get our students excited, and we've even participated in other events like the museum event that we had, the kickoff. So EPCC has a display and exhibit at the History Museum, and our students catered all of that. We had them that are doing their restaurant management degree help serve beer and wine and make sure that everybody has their IDs and following the Texas Alcohol Beverage Commission laws.
One of our prides in this institution is the culinary arts program that has been ongoing for a number of years, and these are two of the super chefs, I call them. And so, Chef Nickerson, what do you have to add with all this planning? I understand you're going to, I see this beautiful setup with the wine, and is there going to be a reception at the beginning, a little bit of...
There will be a reception from 6 to 7 in the boardroom here in the ASCA building, followed by dinner starting at 7 p.m. And as Chef Guerra said, we're trying to get the students excited because while we do all the planning, all the work, and it can't be possible without all the students in the program and the participation and the level of dedication they have towards doing these kinds of events, especially one as important as the 50th anniversary gala.
It's great to be a part of it, and these students are wonderful, just wonderful. I hear a lot of great things because they do cater. Anything else that you want to share with us as far as how do people come to this event?
Well, lots of great talent. So as the
Yes.
chef said, we want to invite the community to come see our students in action, really partake of some very fine food and beverages, and celebrate the college's history, hear a little bit more about what we're currently up to. The college has over 28,000 students, and we are the largest higher education institution in this region. We also have about another 6,000 continuing education students. And as your viewers know, Mary, wonderful classes for seniors. We also have a wonderful children's college here at EPCC with enriching classes for kids. But this celebration will be a great evening out. Wonderful food, live music, some great entertainment, a chance to visit with our business partners, our graduates, former students, and faculty and staff to really have a wonderful, fun summer celebration and culminating the college's 50 years and looking toward the next 50.
Wonderful. And I know you have contributors that you work with in the community.
So right now our major contributor for the food has been Cisco Foods of New Mexico. So we're trying to keep the cost down on our end for the food to hopefully bring more scholarship funds for our students to benefit from. Another side benefit that I really love in doing these types of events is that with the budgets of the college, sometimes we don't get to get some of the higher end food and beverage that we're talking about serving. So with those financial constraints, when we do something like this and we can charge the public or the foundation for these types of events, our students get to practice with food that we may not typically get on hand. So they're getting exposure and experience with other foods that they may not typically see.
It's amazing. We are inviting corporations to reserve their tables. You're going to have a setup of tables of 10.
That's correct.
And you're going to give
Yes.
us the price.
And individual tickets are also available, so we want to welcome anyone that wants to come. We'll be really happy to visit with you. And so individual tickets are $125, and all proceeds are for student scholarships. So that's the really unique part about this event. We really want people to come, have a very fine evening out, some great entertainment, beverages, wonderful food, as the chefs have mentioned, but all proceeds are for scholarships. And so tables of 10 are $1,250, $1,250. Individual tickets are $125. And so we are happy to take your reservation. And so people can call 831-6483. That's 831-6483. That is the EPCC Foundation. Or they can book their seat online at epcc.edu/foundation.
Wonderful. And we'll put that on the screen so that people can write it down. Chef Nickerson, I just want to ask you, you always do these sculptures, these ice sculptures. Are you working on one?
Yes, we will be having ice sculpture that will have the 50th anniversary logo, and that will be on display. Also, we're going to be having ice trays.
Yes.
In the boardroom we're going to be doing a seafood raw bar, and we will have ice sculpture trays too, in order for the students to have live action stations and interact with the guests more during the cocktail hour.
Amazing. And do we want to talk about the main meal, or is that going to be a surprise? I mean,
Oh, we can definitely talk about it.
yeah, let's
So-
entice them now while we have
wanted
them.
to kind of give everybody something they would like. So we did a surf and turf is what we decided on the entree. We are going to do a braised short rib, which we're going to start working on already. Let those age, season real nice, and cook them down so they're nice and tender where you can break them with a spoon. And then we're going to do a lobster tail with that.
Gosh, this is a
risotto.
bargain
Okay.
then for what we're going to
Rewind. Shrimp risotto cake.
Oh my
It's a
gosh.
shrimp risotto cake, not the lobster tail.
Okay.
I know we talked about it at
Yeah,
one
we
point.
talked about it.
Up to the last minute, right? It's going to be perfect. And just in the last invitation, I guess, if you've come to the college, whether you came for one semester or you've graduated, we certainly want them to come and celebrate with us.
Absolutely. EPCC is really a part of El Paso's story, a part of our educated community, a part of our workforce and preparing young people for the future, for jobs, and to move on to four-year universities. And without El Paso Community College, our educational picture in El Paso would not be so strong. And our 80,000 plus graduates can attest to the quality of great faculty like the chefs here that they've experienced. And we want to invite everyone to come have a great summer evening out. It'll be the highlight of the summer.
And it's going to be at the El Paso Community College in the auditorium. We have space for everybody, so y'all be sure and join us. Thank you for being with us. We've just about run out of time for this wonderful announcement of this gala for the El Paso Community College 50th anniversary. We invite all of you, and you give us a call. Thank you for watching. Well, thank you for staying with us. Of course, this is Mature Living, and we have another great invitation to invite you to an event that is going to be so helpful for you. It's called Welcome to Medicare. And the Area Agency on Aging is co-sponsoring with the Social Security Administration. And with us is Yvette Lugo, who is the Executive Director for the Area Agency on Aging. Yes. I think I gave you a higher title.
Yeah, I think so. That's fine. Thank you.
Fine.
I serve as the director for the agency, but thank you. I appreciate being here and being able to share about today our event.
Absolutely. Tell us a little bit about what it's about. I realize in thinking that we have to be concerned, and you said something a little bit ago that just struck me. You're never too young to plan for retirement.
Absolutely.
And in planning for retirement, I had always been told that we needed to think about 4 things: Social Security, investments, savings, and your 401ks, your employer.
Right.
So
and
tell me about.
So many people don't plan for retirement, unfortunately. I think that's just something that we just assume, will be taken care of. We rely on those things like you've talked about. But I think with what this is, this workshop that we're putting together really just helps people think about that. When are you ready to retire? Are you in fact ready to retire? Do you have these things in place? And how to get started. So often we've met clients that don't even realize that they can start looking at and perhaps planning when that date is. When does that date come? So this event, as you called Welcome to Medicare, we're really trying to target those people who are considering retirement, who are thinking about retirement, or really are right at that step that they're ready to take. So what are the next steps, per se? If you are thinking about that and want to look into that, this is the workshop to attend.
Yes. And who are your presenters? I know that that wonderful presenter from Social Security Administration, Ray Vigil.
Yes, Mr. Ray Vigil, he will be our presenter for the day. He's such a wealth of knowledge. He's got over 40 years of work experience with the Social Security Administration. So he's a wonderful instructor, and just really brings it down to a level that is very understandable. He explains the basics of Medicare, what the different parts are. He explains how to specifically apply for Social Security, even helping one look at, if I delayed by a couple of years, how much more income could I make? And so really it is about retirement planning in the sense of if you're looking at Social Security, maybe some annuities that you've got, what does that look like for you? Because it's a very personalized glimpse for what retirement means for you.
And we want to invite, this is free, by the way.
Yes.
It's a free workshop, Welcome to Medicare. It's an educational workshop. And you're never too young to go. So if there are young people interested in, what about, even though I'm not retiring soon, don't I need to know, so when I get there for my mom, my dad, my grandma, my grandpa, people that are coming of age to be retired. And Social Security isn't going to be enough.
Right.
So we really need to educate. And thanks to the Area Agency on Aging, your agency and your staff and everybody thinking about hosting this event. And what's important, the location is very, very central.
Right.
Tell us where it's going to happen.
Well, it's June 22nd, so it's on a Saturday, purposefully, again, for those people who are thinking about retirement. Perhaps makes it easier to attend a session like this because you're working during the week. But it is at the Region 19 Education Service Center, located at 6611 Boeing, right on the corner of Boeing and Airway. The actual training, since it's on a Saturday, is in the room, the Paso del Norte room is where the training will be held. So if you park in the back or behind the Education Service Center, there's an entrance back there. very easy to find. We try to make our events and locations easy to access, knowledgeable, so that you can find and get to that place. Registration starts at 8:30, but the event will begin, or the training session will start from 9 to 12.
Very good. I've got to be there because you never are lost for learning and educating people about Social Security, Medicare, disability. If you've got a disability, there's so many aspects
Yes.
of Social Security that we need to learn about.
Yeah, absolutely. I think every year that because I also attend because I want to make sure that I understand, I learn something new. Mr. Vigil will teach us something new, or maybe there was a change in the law or something, a policy that is now different from the previous year. And so again, this is just really meant to help people understand so that they know how to take those next steps when they're looking at retirement.
Technology these days is very important, and so more and more we want our community to register online for Social Security. If there's a change of address, it's so easy to do it, very easy to do it online, and you have your own account, My Social Security.
Yes.
And so the young people need to be there so that they can help their relatives, elder relatives, or persons that are coming of age. And I think there's like, I don't know how many thousands every minute.
Right, baby boomers.
Baby boomers that
Right.
are coming, turning 60, or 65.
Correct.
Thousands of them.
And really, that's the push, and Mr. Vigil covers that. There is a portion of that that talks about setting up your account so that you can, in fact, manage things online. I think that's the move for several, state and federal organizations that are looking to help do things online, to help automate and make things easier to access or to manage, if you will.
Yes.
And so there is a section that covers setting up your account and what that looks like.
And you, as the Director of Area Agency on Aging, not only provide these educational workshops for us, thank you, but also you have other things that you provide through the agency.
Yes.
And I've got that number memorized. 5330998. I've had that number memorized for years.
Thank you. We appreciate that. And of course, that's what we're there for. Of course, as you mentioned, this is an educational, outreach event for us, trying to bring good information to the public, to our community, but we're always available to help. So typically what will happen at these events, like Welcome to Medicare, is people will then set up an appointment with our benefits counselors that can go a little bit more in depth, that can help guide the discussion. And so that's available as well. And so we're always available to help.
And you have a wonderful advisory council. And so we're always looking for interested people that
Yes.
want to make a contribution to join the advisory council. They can always call you and,
Thank you.
and,
Yes.
and show their interest. That we need to make a plea for that because we got to get involved, not just, go to this and that, but really, really help our community. I appreciate all the
Thank you.
staff, your staff, and all that you do through Area Agency on Aging. We're great partners with the community college.
Yes, thank you.
Senior Adult Program, Adult Protective Services. I mean, you name it. There's a whole bunch of us, huh?
Right.
in
And
the
I think the beauty of that is we all come together to help serve our older adult population, be a support to family caregivers. In this case, obviously, our persons considering retirement, which I lovingly call our younger older adult population, because it is persons who are turning 65 who are just now coming into the, belief or acceptance that they are considered an older adult.
Yes, even though you want to deny it sometimes or delay it.
Right.
But yes, we invite you, and so don't forget that it's Saturday, June 22nd, and if you want to call the agency, you can call. It's a walk-in. You don't have to make a reservation. It's free. And what's going to keep you away from learning about Medicare? Thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
And we'll see you all in a few minutes. Thank you. Well, thank you for staying with us here on Mature Living. We have another great interview, another great conversation with a great program. And who doesn't love to eat? Good food prepared by professionals, great cooks. And we have a training program. We have an associate's in the culinary arts. We also have a certificate program. And here to tell us about how to partake of this program, how to register, what it is that students learn through our El Paso Community College Culinary Arts program is two chefs, wonderful instructors, Chef Carol New, thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
And then, of course, we've invited Chef Patrick Rosser.
Yep.
And both of you have been teaching students lately, and I want to learn all about what it is that you teach our students. This program actually has been around for about 20 years,
Right.
maybe 10 at the Administrative Service.
Right, and
Yes.
we have a great facility in the B building, and it is open to the public.
Very good. So tell me, Chef Rosser, what do students learn? How do they enroll? How many students in a class?
Well, once students enroll, they're going to take 3 basic classes, safety and sanitation. We want all of our students to work in the environment in a safe manner. There's nothing more important than putting out wholesome food. The last thing we want to do is get somebody sick. So along with safety and sanitation, they learn basics in the culinary arts, and that can be knife handling, that can be product identification, basic cooking techniques, and then on the other side, they're going to learn basic pastry, an introductory course to pastry. So those 3 courses as a block are required before those students move on to their area of specialty. Since we have 3 degree programs, we have culinary arts, baking and pastry, and restaurant management. So that lays the foundation for the remainder of their education.
And I have to ask, how many instructors do you have in your program?
We have
as chefs.
5 full-time, and then we have probably 10.
Yeah,
Or so?
It varies depending on enrollment,
Very
how many adjuncts we have.
Wonderful. And so as the students come through, small classes, right?
Yes,
yeah,
sir. Yes.
Those classes cap out at 15. We want to keep that instructor to student ratio as low as possible, just so that those students can get the hands-on instruction that they need and the individual attention.
Yes. Super. I know that there's a restaurant, the 1309. That's a beautiful. Why did they call it 1309? If you know the history.
It's a charming story. When they were over at the Trans Mountain campus and they had restaurant, they just ran it out of a classroom. It was just a classroom. And so at the end of the day, they were trying to, if I could be Chef Lugo, so they were trying to come up with new names, and they asked the students. And they got appropriate suggestions, but also some inappropriate. But finally, it was decided that one of the students said, why can't we just take our classroom with us? So 1309 was actually the classroom that they started in.
And it also kind of sounds like 1309, doesn't
Right.
it? It was a great. Rick Webb was, I guess, the original
Yes.
chef that
Yes.
started the
Yep.
program.
Yes.
Now he's in administration.
He
He's
is
a
our
dean.
dean.
He's our dean.
Yeah, he's our boss.
He went up.
He's still got a hand in it.
That's right. Well, I'm sure you all are doing a great job. No complaints, I'm sure. But also, we want to talk a little bit about the production of the SCS program. What is that?
So the SES is Student Culinary Services, and it is run by Chef Nickerson. And basically, they take care of Dine and Dash. They also do all the caterings that Chef Nickerson would like to take. Sometimes it's very difficult to do outside caterings. We mostly cater for the college and on, like, either in the A building or over in 1309.
And it's interesting because I've eaten the wonderful food preparation daily for our staff or anybody that comes into the college at the Dine and Dash.
Right.
Right.
And what are the hours of the Dine and Dash? And anybody can come in.
The summer hours of Dine and Dash, we just converted over to those. So the summer hours are 10 to 2
Very good.
daily. So it's more of a walk-up, grab-and-go kind of lunch counter. There's always a variety of fresh pastries out there. They usually have a lunch special. There's a sandwich menu, and oftentimes there's other special offerings. A lot of that is based on the objectives that are being worked on within the labs during
Right.
that week. So the students actually get to see some of the product that they're making in their lab classrooms being sold to the public, and that's one of the ways that we stay self-supporting.
Awesome. 1309, more formal, right? You make reservations
Yes,
or you
ma'am.
have.
Right.
Tell me about that, Chef New.
Well, in the summer, we are open for Tuesday, lunch and dinner.
Lunch and dinner.
We are open Thursday,
For
lunch.
lunch.
And then Friday, we will also be, Chef Rosser is doing a class
With a very limited menu. It's
Like a
it's a
prefix
really
menu.
small class.
Oh, wow.
because his class is actually going to be taking care of the front and the back of the house.
And I've
So-
seen in the evening, I've seen in 1309 restaurant groups
Yes, ma'am.
like the,
yeah.
Yes,
the
ma'am.
French club
French
or something.
Alliance,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah, they're one of our
Regulars.
best repeat businesses. Yes.
Yes.
And I don't know how many of the members are there, but they
It's
come
usually
and-
like 40 people or so.
Wow, that's amazing.
So-
It's awesome. We haven't talked about the greenhouse. Tell me about the greenhouse. What is that? The garden.
We have a garden and greenhouse area all the way behind the B building, and that was part of a USDA grant that Chef Guerra and Chef Lugo wrote several years ago. The grant since expired, but we've been able to maintain the garden area and the greenhouse. So inside of the greenhouse, we have a fully working aquaponics system. So we grow tilapia in large tanks, and then that nutrient-rich water that comes naturally from the fish, we use that to grow plants in. So we have a series of raised beds in there circulating this water. So we have a really great laboratory in the greenhouse for food production, not only produce, but we have the fish. And then outside, we have another garden area with these raised
They're called
wicking
wicking
beds.
beds, right.
And you know, I don't think the community knows this. That's why you're here, because you are doing some marvelous things with
We're
our.
trying.
Yes.
But it was really lovely because Chef Rosser right now is teaching a purchasing class. So he sent in the figs from the garden.
And carrots
and
today.
carrots so that will be used in service today.
Isn't that awesome?
So,
I mean,
yes.
we're going to have to go over there more often. And it's all healthy food, right? We don't gain weight.
Sure,
with that.
everything's healthy.
yeah.
Everything's healthy.
And fresh.
We like butter and heavy cream.
Really, I love it too. Okay, now, how much does it cost to enroll in the program? Maybe we'll give them an idea.
As far as enrollment, students can get out of our program with their associate's degree for right around $10,000.
Okay.
And if you look at a proprietary culinary school that it's out of town, you can pay upwards of $60,000 to $100,000
Exactly.
for that same associate's degree, with no guarantee of the payback. So we really try to offer a local option that is reasonably priced.
And top-notch lab.
Yes.
Oh, that
Yep.
is such a beautiful
Yes.
place. When they come and look at that environment, all the different kitchens and ovens, and it's
Yes.
amazing.
We have equipment that really not other schools have in the
Right.
United States. So
So awesome. And then of course the certificate program, which is
A little more
time.
condensed, yeah.
Yeah, that is amazing. You all are doing a great job and keeping us all healthy and putting out these cooks that are getting jobs in the different restaurants.
Yeah, they're making a difference in the community all the time by going out there and showing the public what they're learning here. So that's really what we're striving for.
And we always think of instructors as the math instructors, and the English instructors, but we never think about the culinary arts chefs. Thank you so much.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us.
And for serving this community through the El Paso Community College.
Thank
much
you very
success
much.
every semester.
Thank you.
Thank
and
you.
we'll see you all next week because I'm running short here in time. All right? See you then.